welcome back to Jaybirdresin art. My name's Tara, and today we're going to be doing the little into resin plate mold that I got. It's got like diamond encrusted little gems all over it, and then it's got this little flower arrangement in the middle. So I've already started painting the leaves, and I didn't want them to be like real bright and stand out. I just wanted to just do like a subtle color. So I used the Unicorn Art Sea Glass, and I painted it on the leaves. It's a little bright in the pot, but on there it's not real bright when you paint it on. And for the roses, I'm actually going to do a purple. And I'm going to use the Rolio Pigments in Lilac. That's what that looks like. So, and then I'm just going to pour it in clear. So I'm going to use this little foam tip brush that I got from Amazon the other day. This seems to work pretty well. Not getting powder everywhere. And it goes on well. Yeah, it does better than a brush. A brush seems to kind of throw it around everywhere. I tried to use some markers, but like the acrylic ones, they don't they don't stay on. They kind of beat up, and I'm getting it a little bit, but not nearly as much as I would with a brush. But and then the like metallic ones, they stayed on a little better, but for some reason my metallic markers, they always come out silver, and I don't know why. Like the color is like non-existent. It's all like silver that comes out. It's weird. So that didn't work. So I just went with a mica powder. And I have like the what you call it? The chameleons and stuff, but didn't really want that look to it. You know, like didn't really want them to be color changing, and didn't really want the chrome powders because they were a little bright. So I just did it this way. No reason why you can't use regular micas to paint on your mold. I know some people say that you can't use regular micas on your molds, but that's just not true. Now, when you use regular micas, you don't want to use black on the back, you know, because it will dull them out. But you can use like white or gray, brown, clear, however you want to do it. But you can use them. I will have a little bit of cleanup now that I'm doing it on camera. I'm trying to do it a little faster, so it is kind of getting in areas I don't want it to. I'll just take a little piece of tape or a micro brush or a real soft wipe and wipe it off. Let's see. I think kind of hard to see. I think that's good. Don't gotta be perfect, I guess. Even though I tend to try to make it perfect. uh, yeah. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Now, got these little soft, like, water wipes. It's dried out now because it's been sitting out, but I'll get it wet a little bit. I'm gonna wipe some of it. Oh, that don't matter. That part doesn't matter, I guess. So I do want to get some of this cleaned up where I can see it real good without being too rough and messing my mold up. Let me get a piece of tape. Really only supposed to clean these molds with tape, because you can damage them. The silicone is really, really soft and delicate for that diamond effect, you know. It's just kind of hard to clean them up with all those diamondy areas in there. Let me see. There's a little bit right there too. This one is really, really soft. It's not like a regular baby wipe, and definitely not a paper towel. Don't ever, ever, ever use paper towels on your molds, any kind of mold. I don't care if it's a Temu mold or an Amazon mold. Don't ever use paper towels. I don't care what kind of soft paper towel you think you got. It is very, it will scratch your molds up. For sure. I've done it before in my earlier resin days and ruined one. Thank goodness it was a Temu mold. At the time that's all I bought. Okay. Well, I think, I can't tell. See, they put some like sparkle, like chrome powder looking stuff in their molds, and sometimes it makes it hard to see if it's like little mica splatters or if it's the uh, just the texture, you know, the look of the mold. Anyway, so there we go. I don't know how much this is gonna take, but I'm gonna go mix up some resin and then we'll get started. Okay, so I mixed up 8 ounces of Tea Expert Pure Glossy resin, and I've already ran it through the vacuum chamber, but I probably will also stick the mold in the vacuum chamber after I get a little bit of resin in it. Just because I know there's potential for lots and lots of bubbles with all those facets in there. I'm just going to fill it up a little bit. Actually, I see some powder that I didn't get off around the rim of the plate that I want to get off because you'll see it wherever the resin is touching. Hold on. There we go. That should be good. I'm going to keep an eye on how much resin is filling up. So I want it to get too full and then it just get everywhere in my vacuum chamber. Okay. It looks to be maybe it's about halfway full. So hopefully it'll fit. Yeah, it will. Okay, I'm going to stick this in here for just a second. And we'll be right back. Okay, hopefully that didn't mess my powder up. I didn't really think about that. I mean, no, I don't see any kind of like floating around in the clear or anything. But we'll see when it comes out. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill the rest of this up. I do see where some bubbles are kind of in there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I think with these plate molds, it's kind of inevitable because no matter how long you put your resin in a vacuum chamber, there's always going to be like little tiny micro bubbles that you don't necessarily see, but then once they get to the top of the mold, they can't get out. You know, they help, of course, and much better than not having one at all, but doesn't necessarily get them all out. Also depends on your cup too, because whenever I was putting this in the vacuum chamber initially, the one that was in that cup over there, the measurement cup, it looked very, very clear. But this one, for some reason, still had bubbles. Like it didn't get them all out. It was kind of stuck to like the sides of the cup. Okay, so that looks full now. And I got a little extra. Don't look like very much. But one, I was kind of hoping I was going to have some extra. Because what I'm going to do is that little mold that I got in the mail the other day from Amazon. This little feather one and this one. Turns out this one was crooked too. So I did put in for a return on these because there's no possible way you can put resin in that. But I do still really want this one. And whether it might be wrong or not, I'm just going to make a mold of the, I'm going to do a casting of it and just mold it myself. Because I don't really trust them to, like, for me to exchange it and then get one that isn't just the same way. So whether it's wrong of me to do that or not, I think it was also wrong of them to send me out two molds that were unlevel. So, anyway, I guess there's worse things in life that you can do. Okay, so I'm gonna color this a little bit, and what I'm gonna do, because I want to make sure that I have a really good casting of that, so that I get one without a bunch of bubbles. I'm gonna fill it up a little bit. I'm gonna put it in the vacuum chamber to get all those little bubbles out, and then I'm gonna use something to prop it up, where hopefully I can get it at least somewhat level, you know, so I can get a halfway decent casting of it and make my own mold. Judge me if you want. Sure, I'm not the first person. Anyway, so let's get some colorant in this. I'm just going to use this one that I made. Well, mixed together, rather. I didn't make the mica, obviously, but you know what I mean. It doesn't, it's not that much. So I have an ounce of resin left, so that means that took 7 ounces. I need to remember that, so I can write it down for next time. Just get resin all over my finger. Now, I wouldn't have done this, obviously. I don't just buy molds and make castings of them and send them back. But the only reason is because I don't want to have to try to prop this up every single time I use it, you know. But I really like the mold. So, yeah. I spray a little bit of alcohol. Get it down in there. Gonna pour a little bit, smush it around, and then stick it in the vacuum chamber. And then I'll fill it up the rest of the way. Try to get it in the little areas where all those little bubbles and stuff are. It's obviously going to pull back some because it's not all the same level. But I just want it to get in there enough to where I can pull the bubbles out of those little like spots where like the pearls are and stuff, you know. I don't know if it's going to stay up there because that's a lot higher than down here. Okay. So now I'm just going to stick it over here Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to try to get it level with these little pieces of cardboard. I don't know how well I'll be able to do that, but we're going to see. And I did pull back out of some of those little beads like I figured they would. Hopefully I can get it back in there and get the bubbles out. Let's just use this little thing. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I can get a good mold of it or not, but or a good casting. I probably won't be able to get it perfectly level. Try to get it in these little things over here. Come on. Kind of bring it up here to the head. And whatever that little thing on top is. Probably shouldn't use that. It's a little sharp. I don't know. Okay, so let's just fill it up and see if it's level at all. Hmm, I don't know. Kind of. Good enough. From what I can tell right now, anyway. So, let's pop some bubbles. And there we go. I don't know. We shall see. Alright, so I got a tiny little bit of something. I'll find something to do with, and then we'll be back on demold. Alright, so everything's cured now. Probably going to end up having to do that off camera because I have a feeling it's going to be hard to do. But we're going to get these ones out, and I'll give it a try. Oh, that is cute. I love that color. Oh, that's the one I made, isn't it? Yeah. Or no. No, no, no. This is the one I bought, the Marvelers one. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Forgot there for a second. But yeah, that's too cute. I love this little mold. I didn't get any bubbles or nothing either. Cool. Let's see. Doesn't feel like it's real level. Seems like it's higher on one end than the other. But I don't know. A little warm. I let it cure for it on its own for a while and then, or several hours where it was pretty much cured. But then I turned the heat mat on to make sure. Come on. Trying to be easy so I don't rip the head off. Oh, that is so pretty. Let's see, did I get any bubbles? Doesn't look like it at first glance. I think I did a pretty good job. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can make a mold of it myself and get it level. Cause I really think this is cute. I even bought some little things to go on the back of them. I was gonna use them as like little plant sticks and stuff. So that's why I was so upset when it came so unlevel like that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll see if I can get a decent mold of it. Alright, let's see. How easy this is gonna be. I put my gloves on so I don't have to worry about getting my fingers in there and messing the mold up. I'm gonna loosen it all the way around first. It is a little bendy. I don't know if that will help this demolding process or what. Trying to break the surface tension. Oh, look at that. Not too bad. Came out pretty good. Cool. Oh, look. Oh, it's reflecting. That purple is reflecting throughout the tray. Huh. Because that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. Huh, look how pretty that is. Did I get any bubbles? I don't think I did. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I love that. It is crystal clear. And those flowers turned out really good. That's exactly what I was going for. It's a subtle little color. Oh, look how pretty. Oh, I love it. That is so pretty. What do you think? I'm not even going to do anything to it. I think it is really pretty as it is. Oh, some of the little diamond jewels in there are heart shaped. They got rectangle ones, diamond shaped, big ones. Oh, and a bigger heart. No, wait a minute. I think that's the same size. So that is really cool. That is so pretty. Wow. That's a nice mold. Hmm. Oh, that is so pretty. I can't get over it. I really, really like that a lot. Wow. And that resin is so nice. The sparkle and how clear and glossy and pretty it is. Yeah. Yeah, I can see me doing a few of these. I have like a matching set or something. Oh yeah. I can see me doing a few of these. Now this one, of course, I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm not going to do anything to it because I want to try to make a mold of it. This one, I guess I could use some more of that rub and buff. Or just leave it like that. I mean, that's cute too. Just like that. I don't know. Or can decorate. I'll put some rhinestones on the little straps would be cute. Maybe some highlights on some of the shells. I don't know. I love it though. Let me see. What do I want to do? Do I want to do something? Let me grab some stuff real quick. All right. Well, I got the keychain made up. So here's that. Of course, I didn't do anything with those. But I just drilled a hole with my Dremel. On that, I put some little rhinestones on the flip-flop, like the strap. And I took some silver rub and buff and just kind of wiped it across the shells. And then I put a little keychain thing on there, a little starfish, and a little tassel. So there it is. I think it turned out pretty cute. Not very good at making keychains, as funny as that may sound, but I figured it out with some. I'm just not, I don't know, I've never really made them, and so I was like, well, where are you supposed to put the little, uh, what are they freaking called? Well, the little, why do I always forget that word? The little things, oh, I always forget that word, but you know what I mean. These things for them, for the little charms and stuff to lay properly, you know. But well, I did figure it out. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it's like it's cute. Anyway, I always forget what that word is for some reason. It always slips my mind. But anyway, yeah. So I'm going to attempt to make a mold of that. And here's a pretty, pretty little tray or plate. It's a plate mold. See, it's kind of concave. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of this video. So let me know what you think. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you to consider doing that. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.